Click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
It is that time. It is that place. It is that moment to own it on the brash and the brazen, where we raise the bar to all-time levels and new heights. Remember, it's so significant and important to my channel's future and my development to become a channel member or donate with a super thanks donation by using your credit card in the comment section of this video. Let's not waste any of your precious, valuable time. We're going to dive right into what you want to hear, know, and see through Sean's View Entertainment. And that is exactly what we're going to do to you and for you right now. Right at the top of the video, we are hearing breaking news on CM Punk and Saturday night's main event, ladies and gentlemen. CM Punk reveals his original plan for Saturday night's main event weekend. I was supposed to do the CFFC this coming weekend, but we got Saturday night's main event. Punk worked as a commentator for the CFFC, but he'll now be in action on WWE's Saturday night's main event instead. He is set to team up with Sami Zayn in a tag team match against Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Here is the updated card for Saturday night's main event, the plans, the strategy, the booking, the creative. And how are you? Are you pleased with the current booking in the WWE? Overall, Raw, SmackDown. Do you like the creativity? Do you like the angles, the storylines, the matches? Or do you feel the WWE could still do a lot better with angles and storylines? Are you more interested in just wrestling, or do you like the storytelling and the angles? Now, me, I don't just want to see a match for the hell of it. I want to see a reason. I want to see, creativity. I want to see backing. I want to see motive. Listen, it's great to see wrestling matches, but it's called World Wrestling Entertainment. I want entertainment. And, oh, well, Sean, you can be entertained just by the pure wrestling matches. No, wrestling is more, WWE is more than just matches and putting two guys in the ring. You need a reason. You need a motive. You need an angle. You need the elements. You need the shock. You need the surprise. You need the aura. There are different elements that go into making the WWE what it truly is. So for those of you that just watch WWE, listen, if you want match after match after match after match, that's fine, and that might be your cup of tea. But if there's a championship at stake, there needs to be stakes. There needs to be additives. Again, anybody in the damn world can book a wrestling show with match after match or rematch after rematch after rematch. That's easy to do. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that, right? However, if you have a creative mind and if you think outside the box, again, wrestling is more than just matches, okay? I might be going by the Vince Russo philosophy, but that man was very successful in the Attitude Era. Some might say he was a one-trick pony. I don't care what you say. Nobody has seen ratings or viewership than the Vince Russo Attitude Era. Nobody. So say what you want. Think how you will feel about Vince Russo, but the facts are in the pudding. And I'm all about that intrigue. I'm all about the storylines and the angles. I'm all about the drama. I'm all about it being chaotic. That's what the brash and the brazen is all about. And that's what I bring to you, the entertainment factor, because I want that, what's going to happen from one chapter to the next. I want to be surprised. I want to be pulled in to the story. That's what I ultimately want at the end of the day. What are you in for it? Why do you watch the WWE? Do you watch it just for the story? Do you watch it just for the storylines and the angles? Or do you watch it overall for everything? The matches, the storytelling, the angles, the characters. Okay, you need great characters. You need a great story. Just like when you watch a movie, all right? What happens if you pulled out characters of a movie? What is a movie without the character? Exactly. What is WWE without storylines and angles? It's just a live event. It's just a house show at that point. So that's what I want to put out there to my viewers, my fans, my subscribers, and most importantly, my channel members, which I thank my channel members for being a part of this very show. We need a lot more channel members, though, to make this successful, but I am very thankful and lucky of those that are here with me at this stage of the game. But you all know the kind of time and the hustle. I'm here every day, multiple times a day. I put up about 17 videos a week, sometimes more than that. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get more into the rumors, the news, and the headlines. WWE veteran, as we all know, we heard this a few days ago, but there's an update to it because we don't just tell you what you already know. We go more in depth. We go more thorough. We all know that a huge legend, a huge name in the WWE will be returning. And that man being the Native American Tatanka. Thank to God Almighty, and a big thank you to the #1 sports entertainment company in the world, WWE. Next Saturday, May 24th, the Native American begins. Now, I don't know if Tatanka is going to wrestle or he's just going to show up. He's just going to make a cameo appearance. But the Native American Tatanka went on one of the greatest undefeated streaks in WWE history. And in my opinion, Tatanka should have been at least an Intercontinental Champion. The fact that Tatanka was never the Intercontinental Champion was a sad state of affairs to the brash and the brazen. Also, Ric Flair returned to AEW last night, and the fan signs were shown. Not 16-time, it's 21-time world champ. Be fair to Flair. Ric Flair is the last real champion. Do you believe that John Cena really truly broke the record or broke the mold for a world championship? Or does Ric Flair still hold that sentiment as the 21-time world heavyweight champion? Who truly is the real world champion? Is it John Cena or is it the Nature Boy Ric Flair? Woo! Saraya, or Paige, I still call her as Paige because I just like to refer to her as Paige from the WWE, issues a statement after a fan tried to kiss her on the lips. See, this is where wrestling fans go a little over the edge. This is where wrestling fans are over the line. There is a time and place, space. There is a space factor, wrestling fans, so don't get out of control. I know some of these divas and some of these female athletes are very hot and they're very pretty and they're very gorgeous, but at no time should you be feeling them, touching them, or trying to kiss them in that sort of way. Maybe a handshake, maybe a nice little hug, but to try to kiss them, to try to do sexual advances is a little bit ridiculous. It is sick, it is sad, and it is disrespectful in every sense of the word, if you ask the brash and the brazen. But remember, this show isn't about me. This show is about you, because without you, there is no Sean's freaking View. Brock Lesnar's daughter has yet again done it again. She has won another title. Brock Lesnar's daughter again here on Sean's View. Not only do we tell it, not only do we talk about it, not only do we bring it up, but sometimes we even show it. There it is, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Zack Ryder, the former Zack Ryder, now known as Matt Cardona, reacts to reports of AEW offering him a contract. Do you want to see Zack Ryder in AEW? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Alexa Bliss reacts to a fan calling her an old lady. Is Alexa Bliss really an old lady? Does she really look like an old lady? Interestingly enough, a fan that tweeted this to Alexa Bliss received a community note on X pointing out that Alexa Bliss, at 33 years old, is actually the youngest wrestler that was on the match on SmackDown this past Friday night on the USA Network, the Blue Brand. The note clarified that Chelsea Green is 34, Mitchin was 36, proving that the fan statement was wrong, that Alexa Bliss is an old lady. The fan called Alexa Bliss an old lady and suggested that Chelsea Green deserved the spot more, writing, "Who let the old lady back in the game? Chelsea deserved it more." And again, who do you think at the end of the day truly deserved the Money in the Bank contract the most? And who do you think should win the Money in the Bank contract match this year? I think LA Knight deserves it. He has earned it. The man deserves to be. The man's got the character. He's got the mic skills. He's got the work ethic. He's a hard worker. I think LA Knight deserves to win the Money in the Bank, although All points, all signs are going to Solo Sikoa winning the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and I feel that is a very sad state of affairs because the WWE hasn't really been doing a whole hell of a lot with Solo Sikoa, and for him to come in and win the Money in the Bank, I don't know. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Also, Travis Scott is expected to main event Money in the Bank. Now, we heard that Travis Scott was going to be involved in Money in the Bank, but now he will be the main event of WWE Money in the Bank. What do you think about that? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Black Adam cuts off AEW Collision broadcast. Tony Khan issues a statement. Yes, The Rock, the Trailblazer, the Eyebrow Raiser, the final boss, The Rock, and in his movie, Black Adams cuts off AEW Collision out of nowhere. Unexpectedly, shockingly, The Rock's movie cut off AEW. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. And did you notice that? Did you expect that? Did you think it was going to go down that way for AEW? Again, viewers, your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalya attacked a fan. Natalya went after a fan. Natalya punched a fan during her WWE. Well, she's a WWE persona, obviously, but she was at an NWA event. An NWA event. WWE veteran faced Kenzie Page for the NWA Women's Championship. She used her Rage Against the Machine theme song, which she had also used in GCW Bloodsport. Kenzie Page won the match and retained her title. Gail Kim was originally supposed to be the special guest referee, but missed the event due to illness. Now, after the match, Natalya attacked a fan. Now, there's been rumors and speculation all night long over the last several hours ever since this happened, because this happened late last night. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation about whether Natalya was going to be fired, Natalya be let go, Natalya released from the WWE. Again, a lot of rumors and a lot of speculation online about what Natalya's future is going to look like after going after a fan following her loss. But they're calling the fan a heckler, that the fan went out of control, that the fan may have went over the edge for Natalya. And the fact that Natalya already lost the match, and then she had a fan going after her, shouting at her, that is not what Natalya wanted at the end of the day. So do you think Natalya should be fired for hitting a fan, or did the fan have it coming? Now, as we all know, the fans are not supposed to attack or hurt the wrestlers or punch the wrestlers. So I guess Natalya shouldn't not attack the fans either. So we're going to see how this all unravels. We're going to see how this all develops with Natalya, who really had a chance to be the first ever woman to walk in to the WWE as the NWA Women's Champion. That would have been absolutely historic. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Is the boat Natalya going to be gone out of the WWE? I guess only time will tell on that. Shakira Jackson exposes fans flooding her DMs about relationship status. John Cena avoids post-WWE talk amid expanded farewell tour for the undisputed WWE champion John Cena. Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. John Cena brushes off presidential run questions as well. John Cena reveals opponent that he will never face ever again. He just revealed that his recent battle with Randy Orton at Backlash was their last. And John Cena says there will be no rematches for Randy Orton. You saw the final. You saw the last time Orton and Cena went at it. It will never, ever happen ever again. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Randy Orton had that match won multiple times last week at Backlash. Randy Orton right now should be the undisputed WWE champion. And will Nick Aldis' address being RKO'd? What about all the referees and all the officials that were RKO'd at the hands of Randy Orton? Will there be any repercussions? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. The Viper was volatile at Backlash this time last weekend. Stax brings ruthless new look from Safe House raid to an NXT house show. Queen of the Ring deletes controversial tweet about WWE but keeps the allegations up. NXT star Canelo Carver returns to Twitter and stirs the pot again after a controversial bloodline rant. Also, ladies and gentlemen, coming in from there, AEW Collision's broadcast disaster continues as Tony Khan apologizes for additional technical issues. So obviously, AEW has a lot to clear up. They have a lot to investigate. AEW has a lot to fix here, and viewers, fans, and subscribers. Also, Ric Flair paid an emotional tribute to Steve Mongo McMichael on the May 17th AEW Collision just last night. Again, viewers, your thoughts and your comments and your feedback on that. Queen of the Ring claims that WWE pulled Liv Morgan and Charlotte Flair at the very last minute. Tony Schiavone pays an emotional tribute to Jim Ross amid Jim Ross's cancer battle. Again, our thoughts and our prayers go out to good old JR, Jim Ross, obviously. MJF calls out anti-Semitic hate on social media. Saraya reveals why Alberto Del Rio was left out of her book, that being exposed and leaked online. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions are going to be here all day, every day, hourly, for the fastest, the hottest, the latest, the most in-depth, the most thorough. If it weren't for you, there would be no show and view. Stay tuned and stay here, because that's fair. Later.